Hi, beloved friends. I wanted to start out with showing this beautiful art that is done by Lightworkers 613, and just feel into it for a moment. And I'm so glad that you came here, because in finding your peace and your heaven, you are bringing peace and heaven to this earth and to all humanity, because you are a part of it all, just like a drop in the ocean is a part of the whole ocean. And whether your drop is down in the Caribbean, warm Caribbean seas, surrounded by other similar warm Caribbean drops, or up in the Arctic near Greenland or the North Pole in the cold Nordic Ocean, it's the same ocean. It's the same ocean. And maybe you will travel from the warm seas up to the Arctics, the beautiful icy Arctics, and then around the world as a drop in the ocean. So this drop that you are may be a drop of peace and harmony and beauty and heaven. And in that, your being, your beingness is what is that drop. And if all the drops are peace and heaven, then we create an atmosphere, a world, a humanity for us all to experience reflection of that peace and heaven within one another. So now, steps to really experiencing your peace and heaven. So first, take a deep breath all the way in through your nose, back of your throat, into your heart, into your belly, and let it come out through your heart. Again, take another deep breath. Feel your breath. Notice your breath coming in through the back of your nose, coming through your heart, coming into your belly. And as you exhale, just imagine that breath goes out through your heart and through your whole body. And now one more breath. Deep in through your nose. Feel the breath. Focus on the breath through your heart, through your abdomen, and focus the breath coming out again through your heart. And now just breathe normally with a little bit of awareness of the breath coming in and out of your heart. Take your hand on your chest and feel that chest lifting and receding with each breath. And feel the presence of the breath in your heart. Feel that heart energy, love from divine source, just playing there in your heart. And with each breath, like a little spark, becomes a flame of greater and greater love. Just breathe through that. And now we're just going to pay attention to your whole being, what you feel right now. Now, if you're feeling any kind of anxiety or anxiousness or any kind of uncomfortable feeling, just breathe into it. Just allow it to be. Allow yourself to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Just allow it to be. And we're going to give it gratitude, because it's going to guide us to where our peace and our heaven is. So as you're breathing into that uncomfortable feeling, whether it be sadness or anger, frustration, fear, whatever it is, breathe into it, really feel it. Feel it so that you can listen to it and hear the thought behind that feeling? What's the thought? The fear may be, I'm going to be alone. I'll never be loved. It could be, I'm not going to have the resources to live abundantly. Whatever that thought is, or that frustration, this person is driving me crazy. Whatever it is, you know what it is, right? I just gave you some examples. Now take that thought, and now, with your creative ability, find the opposite of that thought. I'll use my experiences, my examples. The fear that I'm always going to be alone. Nobody's going to love me. That opposite thought is, I'm never alone. I am loved. And it may be a challenge for you to actually believe that thought, but just say that thought and feel how it feels to say that thought. I am always loved. I am always loved. I'm never alone. Just feel it. I'll embellish it a little bit. I'm never alone. The presence of those who have ever loved me in my life, grandparents, teachers, parents, a child, a dog, a pet, those who have ever loved me in my life are present with me because they live in my heart. Not just that, they may live around me. Feel that presence. And if you may want to open your awareness to the guardian angels that are around you, the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, saints, ascended masters, they're around you. You're not alone. You may open yourself up to feel the crowdedness around you of those that love you, even those you're not even aware of that love you. Maybe someone that you smiled at in the street that felt the warmth of that smile so strongly, it made a shift in them. They're loving you. Complete strangers. You're not alone. You're loved. So whenever the thought comes up, I'm alone, I'll never be loved, thank that thought for reminding you to keep feeding the thought, the awareness of how loved you are, how you have so many beings around you, the presence of so much love around you. So it's a practice, it's a discipline, but it's what you choose that makes your experience, that makes your peace in heaven. So you can choose the thought that I'm alone, I'll never be loved. That's your prerogative, that's your choice. And you will continue with those feelings. Or you may choose the other thought, I'm never alone, I'm always loved. And experience that. It's your choice. One is the peace thought with the heaven, and one is the disturbing hell. We're choosing. You may choose which thought you want. And you may have the monkey mind that comes up with all the logical things. But look, nobody's present with me now, or all those monkey mind type of things. You can thank them for reminding you to choose your peace, loving heaven thought. It's your choice. You decide. if you're going to build that spiritual manifesting muscle or not. And if you want support for that, you can look at some Abraham Hicks videos, YouTubes. She has short 15-minute ones. That's another way of seeing things. Now the other thought, I'm not going to have the finances to live in my abundance. What's the opposite of thought of that? I'm going to have all I need to live in my abundance. We're opening up your mind, opening up from the constrictions of what we've been raised with, like the only way to find abundance is through money. Perhaps there is other ways to find abundance. People do gift us things. We get opportunities. Just open yourself up to the peace in heaven thought. I will have, or I have, what I need to live in my abundance. I just need to open myself up to it and allow it to flow in. I have all I need to live in my abundance. I am willing to open myself up to it and to allow it to flow in. I remove any hindrances, any small-mindedness, any blocks that come through my mind. I remove those things and open myself to allow myself to live in my abundance and feel how that feels. And choose once again the thought you want to feed, to entertain, to give your focus, give your energy to. Your energy currency. That's what you have, is your energy currency. Choose where you give it, because you'll see it manifested in your world around you. And I actually forgot the last problem that I had brought up. And perhaps that is the sign of the blessing that we get from consciously choosing and thus consciously creating the world around us. Consciously choosing our peace and heaven versus consciously or subconsciously or unconsciously choosing a world that we're not happy with, that's perhaps just taking in things from the outside and letting them garbage our inside. It's time to house clean. A lot of messages sit in us like the junk in a hoarder's apartment. It's time to clean. And each thing that we run across that we do not want, thank it for guiding you into what you actually want. It guides you. Every time you don't want something, it's guiding you to what you want. Use your creative energy. Use your mind and your intellect to find the opposite of what you don't want. And then your energy, your discipline to feed what you want. I thank you for practicing this practice along with me, because the more we individually choose our peace and our heaven experience, the more it reflects for all of us. And therefore, I thank you for placing your energy currency in peace and heaven and making this a beautiful world for me and for all of us. Go forth in this day with blessings.